Oh, this is David Everest, Keeper of the Republic at yahoo.com, and I'm I'm giving an update in my case. In the last update, I misinterpreted what I got from the D.C. court. It turned out it was just a copy of the Ninth Circuit Court case, and there was a lot of hyperbole in it. It wasn't really pertinent, all the denials of all my motions, because he did say it was mute because he quoted a case that that court didn't have jurisdiction. So when you look up the case, you'll see that they referred it back to the D.C. court as as court of exclusive jurisdiction. So since I've gotten a ruling out of the Ninth Circuit that the U.S. D.C. The United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, Washington D.C., is exclusive jurisdiction. That means my criminal cases. I've called my attorney and left a message. Now it is Sunday. He won't get it until Tuesday when he gets back from his holiday. And I've left him a couple of messages. But the deal here is I've directed him to since we've gotten a ruling that the Ninth Circuit doesn't have jurisdiction, that means they don't have jurisdiction over the criminal matter, and it now needs to be a motion to combine my civil case and my criminal cases together to be all heard from the D.C. court. And I've directed my attorney through an oral on his voicemail that he's got for his office that I left on his voicemail. I'll get a hold of him on Tuesday and direct him again that this needs to be all combined in into one case to be hauled off to the D.C. court of jurisdiction, because the Ninth Circuit just agreed they don't have jurisdiction to hear my tort. Well, they don't have jurisdiction to hear my tort. They don't have jurisdiction to hear the criminal case either. They can't have it both ways. It's either they don't have jurisdiction or they do have jurisdiction. And if they had jurisdiction under the criminal, then that doesn't make any sense. So, because they don't have it under the civil, and so since they don't have it under the civil, they don't have it under the criminal. They go hand in hand. They're just the difference between right and left side of your left to right. I'm, I mean, they're the same thing. Civil doesn't mean you can't go to jail under civil. You can. And they're going to find this out. Okay, so my D.C. court is back on. I don't have to go to the Supreme Court yet. I received on Saturday, this last Saturday, it came on Saturday, I received it today, that the government responded to to my argument that this was over $10,000 and he lost at the Ninth Circuit. He got it dismissed. He got it dismissed for the wrong reason. He got it dismissed because they lacked jurisdiction to hear the case, so that where it had to go. So now he's back in this court trying to get them to dismiss it. Peter, well, however you pronounce your last name. Since you killed your email, I can't send you email anymore. This is a fiduciary duty by the government to appoint a trustee. I don't care what you wrote in that paper on the convictions I have. This court gets to hear those criminal cases now, and I insist they do. So if my attorney doesn't write a motion to combine, I will, and I need time. He can do it much easier. So he should write a motion, and I'm directing you to communicate with him, and I'm directing him to communicate with you to get a motion on the table in the U.S. District Court of Appeals, Washington, D.C. And you got to be careful here, Peter. You're a public trustee. You have a dual responsibility to uphold the grant, the valuable mineral estate. It applies to you. You're a federal employee. You're a trustee. Do you understand? You're a trustee. If you don't do the right thing, so far all your arguments are putting you in a breach of fiduciary duty. I direct you to honor the trust before we build a constructive trust around your neck. You're the one doing it. not me. You're not following as me as the administrator. I'm giving you a direct order. Comply with the trust and appoint the Inspector General as the trustee to start proceedings for breach of contract and conduct an audit of accountability on all the parties. You understand? I need all the parties that are involved in this. And there's more than one I just named. That's why the John and Jane Doe's in there. Names can be added. And we're going to be adding them as soon as we're done with the audit. And I need the Inspector General with the office of the Inspector General's office to conduct an audit. And I need them appointed trustees so we can start patenting the land and let the miners get their allodial titles. This is a directive to you, Peter. I can't pronounce your last name. For the U.S. Justice Department, the environmental quality side. Your department doesn't have jurisdiction over me to even be here arguing anything. This is bogus. You have a fiduciary duty. I direct you to honor your fiduciary duty, to honor the trust. And then again, if there's any ambassador in England that could intercede with the ambassador of the United States and come coordinate the grant, the trust, the mineral trust, valuable mineral trust, so that I could get I was never charged with any environmental hazards. I was charged for living on my claim. That's permissible under the charter, and I was pick and shovel. Yeah, I'd like to bring in equipment. I hadn't done it yet. I was doing a feasibility study. Well, it turns out I have a very good feasibility study that Mr. Warren Marcus Davis has been conducting. He's been conducting it for quite a while. And as soon as we get the equipment, we'd like to start mining. You can't do that in that way until you get the Forest Service off my back. I direct you to get the Forest Service off my back as a public trustee, as a duty of trust to the grant and to the Treaty of the United States with England. I direct you as the local government, as a mining district, as the administrator of the grant, of my mineral grant claim. I hereby direct you, as a trustee to the valuable mineral grant, that you immediately concede and appoint the trustee to the Inspector General as trustee. Now listen up. You have to do it. You have to do it because it's trust law. The court's going to find against you. They might think not very much of you. They may end up being very upset. Well, I'm going to sign off to the people I follow, the people that follow me on YouTube, Roaring Bear on Facebook, and Twin Cedar Mining District, local government, YouTube page. You Google Twin Cedar Mining District, Secretary of Mining, Twin Cedar Mining District, local government. You'll get my webpage. Then if you Google David Everest, you'll get my David Everest Google webpage. Then if you Google YouTube, I have my personal David Everest. Then I have Twin Cedar Mining District page. Then I have Secretary of Mining for Twin Cedar Mining District as Dave Everest. So I have 3 YouTube channels. Look for them. Subscribe. Have a nice day, and I'll be sharing this.